The most powerful solar storm has hit the Earth's atmosphere and is being labeled at G5 level, that is the highest level of intensity, from the 10th of May, Friday, from 4 p.m. GMT time. More such CMEs have hit us yesterday also, and more are expected to hit throughout the week. And these are causing disruptions to the power grids, the power lines, communication, and are also being visible to the naked eye in the form of the beautiful celestial shower of lights, the auroras. So what exactly are these solar storms? What causes them? Why are they occurring more now? And what are its effects on space and on Earth and on the technologies that we use? Let's discuss all this. Solar storms are actually geomagnetic storms that occur on the sun's surface. And this time, when the activity is very, very heightened, then blobs of plasma, they are hurtled out from the surface of the sun along with solar flares, which are more intense areas of activity, and they are hurtled into space. These charged particles are discharged over there, and they are moving towards the Earth also. When they come to the space near the Earth's surface and to the upper layers of the Earth's surface, these charged particles, they collide and they produce disturbance in the electromagnetic field of the Earth. As a result, all these power lines and communications and navigation, these are all being disturbed. And plus, we are watching the auroras with our naked eyes in many, many parts of the world, all over UK, Northern Europe, USA, and Russia, even up to remote areas in Austria and Switzerland, Mexico, Germany, and so many more places nearing the equator, which normally do not see the aurora. So why is such intense activity occurring in the sun? Well, our sun goes through 11-year cycles of activity with fluctuating levels at different times. So the current cycle that is going on is at its peak. That is why there is this increased heightened activities, and these EMEs, the coronal mass ejections, are occurring. These travel at a speed of 800 kilometers per second and reach the Earth in longer time than the coronal flares, which are solar flares, which are much more faster, and they reach the Earth with the speed of light. That is, in 8 minutes after being ejected from the sun, they reach the Earth's atmosphere. So, what effects are they producing by disturbing our electromagnetic field? We are living in a world of technology, and understanding these electromagnetic fluctuations is very, very crucial to us in this technology-dependent world, so that we can mitigate the potential risks which are associated with such powerful electromagnetic weather space events. So what happens when there is increased activity in the electrical lines due to this disturbance? The long power lines, the power grids, they get overheated. There is outage of power, there can be outbursts of power, there can be blackouts, and there can be damage to the infrastructure. This normally does not happen at the residential level, but it only affects those high power grids which are having high voltage electricity. So, when they are affected, we can go through periods of blackout. Then, the electrically charged particles, when they interact with the electromagnetic field of the Earth, they can cause disruption to the communication system, the satellite systems. They can make the satellites move away from their orbits and fall back towards the Earth, which is called the atmospheric drag. And we have already lost around 40 satellites in different parts, whereas there are more which have crossed over from their orbits, and they have they are in danger that they can also be lost due to the disturbance of this electromagnetic field. Now the world is so dependent on satellites for our communication system that we really cannot go without it. One day without internet is unimaginable in this world of today. In the same way, the radio signals, especially for users of high frequency, very high frequency and ultra high frequency level, they are also disturbed by these highly charged electromagnetic particles. And these are all being used in navigation, in communication, in electronics. We see anywhere in the world of today, we are using these radio signals, whether it is to navigate aircraft from the control tower, or to navigate ships in and out of the harbor, or to run those electrical trains in metro stations and everywhere. These are being used. Therefore, disturbance to them is going to disrupt the life on Earth. Then in the same way, the satellites, when these are disturbed, again, the same effects are produced. The space stations which are there, the International Space Station in space, they are going to face the increased radiation due to these solar flares and these solar storms. There are 7 astronauts in space at the moment, and these have been warned, although they are not in some real danger, but they have been warned to stay in shielded areas. Other than that, the human life, how is it affected? Is the human health affected? Actually, we are very lucky that we are provided with a protective layer of atmosphere which is 40 miles thick, and it absorbs all these harmful radiations and it balances out the electromagnetic fields normally. Therefore, the human life is not affected by its health in much form due to these solar storms. Yes, there can be a disturbance to the circadian rhythm, that is the internal body clock that regulates the secretion of certain hormones and regulates at what part of the day what chemicals are to be secreted. This can be disturbed by this change in electromagnetic fields, and as a result it can affect the nervous system, it can affect the heart, it can affect the blood pressure, it can make you anxious, it can have different effects because our sleep pattern is going to be disturbed, might be disturbed. Now, this importance of the sleep is that it is like the maintenance for the body. So if you don't sleep well, the other body functions can be affected too. Our immunity can be affected. But as such, we are protected from these harmful radiations. Plus, this gives us the message that we need to go green, we need to grow more and more trees so that all the atmospheric layers, they are in proper height, in proper condition, and there are no ozone holes or something from where the extra radiations can reach to us in case of such events, and on daily basis too. Now, what about the other life forms? We have noticed that life forms such as birds, such as pigeons, such as animals, they can often sense the storms coming in much before the humans can predict, and they can do so naturally without the use of electrical technologies that humans use. And we see that before storms, they start flying around here and there, and they seem to be disturbed. So the similar change in habit has been noticed in pigeons and other migratory birds, that during such solar storms, the rate of migration decreases by 9 to 17%. So, let's hope that the storm goes by without producing much effects on Earth and without disturbing our life much. But in the meantime, you can enjoy the aurora that is happening nearly every day in areas which are not normally having it. So stay safe and keep yourself updated with the latest information so you know everything about your Earth and you can try to save it. Assalamu alaikum and have a very nice day. Thank you.